There's an old asylum on the outskirts of Haverhill, Massachusetts. Locals say it's been empty for nearly 40 years, but if you drive by after midnight, you'll still see the lights flicker inside. In 2017, a group of amateur filmmakers, 5 friends in their 20s, decided to make a documentary about the asylum. They wanted clicks, attention, and a shot at fame. The building had been abandoned since 1979, when a massive fire killed 27 patients and 2 staff members. No official cause was ever released. Just one cryptic note left behind in the director's office. The lights will guide them home. They entered through the south wing, half collapsed, mold crawling up the walls. The air was thick, heavy, but the power, somehow, was still on. As they explored, every hallway seemed to hum. Fluorescent bulbs buzzed, flickered, then steady, almost like the building was alive. One of them, Mason, noticed that the temperature dropped drastically in certain corridors. Another, Jenny, said she heard footsteps following them slow, dragging, but the camera picked up nothing. When they reached the patient recreation room, they found something odd. All the chairs were lined perfectly in a circle, facing a single old hospital bed, and then every light in the room shut off at once. Through the darkness, they heard the faint squeak of wheels, like a hospital cart, moving down the hall. The emergency lights flickered on, bathing the corridor in a deep red glow. And standing at the far end of the hall was a woman in a tattered nurse's uniform, her head tilted, eyes completely black. She whispered something, but the mic barely caught it. It sounded like, "Back to your rooms." They ran, splitting up in panic. Only 2 of them made it out that night. Police later recovered the footage from their cameras. But here's the part no one can explain. The final 30 minutes were perfectly lit. Every hallway, every room, bright white light. Though there was no power source in the building. And in the background of every shot, the same nurse stood watching, always closer than before. Of the 2 survivors, only one ever spoke publicly, Jenny. She told interviewers she still dreams of that night. Says she can hear the hum of the lights whenever she closes her eyes. And every time she moves into a new home, the bulbs flicker for a few nights, then stop. But the moment she tries to tell someone the story out loud, they start flickering again. Mason never recovered. He was found wandering near the asylum a year later, blind and whispering the same words over and over. The lights never go out. The building's still there. Locals say the city tried to cut power to the property, but every time they do, it turns itself back on. Some nights, if you stand by the old fence, you can see silhouettes moving inside, long shadows walking past the windows. And sometimes, if you listen closely, you can hear the faint buzz of fluorescent light, and a voice whispering from deep within the halls. Back to your rooms.